Hey Wildcats! Welcome to our Cats November monthly overview video. My name is Abby.
Hi, and I'm Julie. On Saturday, November 14th, Cats to Cats conducted our Life After High School webinar. We had many participants and viewers and would like to thank everybody that attended.
Before the webinar, we asked students to take our college application stress poll, and we received a striking 308 responses. Let's review what our fellow respondents said.
For our first poll, we asked respondents how they were feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 the day that they took the survey. Our results were that most people, around 85%, responded somewhere in the range between 4 and 9. Overall, it seems that people are doing okay, but clearly aren't at their best, with the great range between 4 and 9. And given all the circumstances and things that have happened this past year, these statistics are not surprising. However, it is important to remember that all feelings are valid and that it's okay to open up and tell someone about it. You can also check out our Cats to Cats website for Wildcat wisdom regarding these various topics.
For our next poll, we asked students how worried they were for their post-high school plans on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being quite worried and 10 being not worried at all. The three most popular values were 3, 7, and 8. Respondents answered this question with a variety of answers, some not so worried about their post-high school plans, and some a little bit more worried than others. Although applying for colleges during the pandemic is stressful, in the end, it's all going to work out for us because COVID won't last forever.
Next, we asked how ready respondents are to move out of their homes for college. On a scale of 1 to 10, most respondents clicked 5, 6, and 10, with 19% at 5, 16% at 6, and 15% at 10. Most respondents clicked 5 and above, showing that most people are ready to move out. To those who put below a 5 on the scale or don't feel quite ready to move out just yet, know that it's okay to want to hang back and stick around with family a little while longer before moving out. Students can always practice earning independence for themselves by doing simple tasks and chores to limit parent dependency. It's also important not to be afraid to ask parents for information on adult life situations such as paying your taxes.
Next, we asked respondents what the most stressful part of the application process has been for them, and it was a tie between writing college essays and ACT, AP, and SAT testing, with a percentage of 27.7. 18.7% of respondents said that maintaining their GPA was the most stressful for them. All the responses are very valid, and it's expected that all of this can be very stressful, especially during a pandemic. Getting a head start on all of it before your senior year can help ease stress. Getting SAT and ACT tutoring is also a good idea, along with using Khan Academy to study. It's also a great idea to get help from a parent, counselor, or teacher for your essays.
We then asked respondents what their plan is beyond high school, with the top 3 percentages being based around public university, private university, and those who are still unsure. 41% of students plan on attending a public university, 31% of students plan on attending private university, and 11% of students are still unsure.
For the second part of our survey, we gave respondents the opportunity to answer 3 free response questions. Here are the questions we asked and some of the responses we'd like to share. Question 1. Has COVID-19 affected your plans for the future? If so, how?
Our most common response is that it's harder to get support with college applications. To that response, it's important to remember that guidance counselors are here to answer any of our questions, and this is their area of expertise. Ms. Rector is also amazing and knows a lot about colleges and which one may be right for you, so you can book an appointment with her for additional questions. You can also look at trusted sites and YouTube videos, for example, college essays and application tips.
Our next response to this question was, yes, the college experience in general has changed due to the restrictions regarding COVID-19. As well as a similar response, it makes me unsure about what's going to happen next, so it's hard to plan things. This is true. Many people's plans have been affected due to COVID, but it is out of our control and it can be very overwhelming. The best approach is to keep an open mind. Staying focused on one specific plan can become really frustrating. And even if we didn't have COVID, college plans can change all the time. But in the end, we all know that it's going to work itself out.
Our final response to this question was that I'm worried about getting into college without being able to participate in a lot of extracurriculars. Although COVID has made it very unfortunate by canceling many extracurricular events and activities, Colleges have become very understanding with this aspect and very lenient, so there's not too much to worry about. And you can still participate in many activities, either virtually or safely socially distanced, so that's a plus as well. You can also participate in extracurriculars, not just for the sake of colleges, but also for yourself and your well-being. 2020 has been quite a roller coaster, and it's so important to take care of our mental health now more than ever. You can also check out our mental health page on the Cats to Cats website for various topics regarding mental health disorders and advice from students. Our next question comes from our Wildcat Wisdom section, and that is based on, is there anything you still need assistance on or any advice you would like to provide for others? And that can be based on anything from stress, relationships, or inequality around school.
Our first statement was a question asking for advice, saying, how do I stay motivated during online school? We talked a little bit about this during our Back to School webinar, which you can find on the Cats to Cats website, but here are a few tips and tricks. Give yourself small rewards after you finish an assignment, like something fun or something delicious. If you set a semester-long goal for yourself, treat yourself to something a little bigger if you completed that goal. For more ideas, you can check out our mental wellness page on the Cats to Cats website.
Our next response is from a student who offered us advice, and it reads, where you go to college or what major you choose is not a huge determination of what career you will have or how successful you will be in life. What you make of your situations is a much bigger indicator of your future success. And that's very true. College is not your only path to success, and it's very possible to obtain a very great career and job even if you stumbled in college or changed your path through it. You can also keep an open mind, and that will help as well. And interests change over time, so that's very likely as well, and it's completely okay.
Our next response was also a piece of advice someone offered to us that reads, my advice is to always try moving forward, however slow the progress is, and to do the things you enjoy, not what everyone else says is a good choice. Take one step at a time, no matter how slow or small the progress is. Progress is progress. The danger is not moving at all and not making any progress. However, just remember it's okay to take small breaks when you're feeling overwhelmed and you need to take care of yourself and your mental health. There are many ways to live a fulfilling life, and not all of them align with society's idea of what a good life should be. Although sometimes it is good to take in advice, but what your family and friends might think you should do doesn't mean you should always do them. Here are some different ways to confront these situations. If you have a different idea of what to do than your family does, educate them and tell them what you want to do. If they're worried about your general well-being for this job, let them know of your passion for this career.
Our final response is yet another piece of advice, and it reads, any feelings you have aren't wrong. Anything you feel is valid emotionally. Don't let others tell you how to feel. And that's very well said. You don't have to validate your mental health for others, and you shouldn't be feeling guilty for feeling a certain way. Our final question is, are there any thoughts, comments, or concerns regarding post-graduation stress? And our first response was, it's very hard to discern which colleges would be appropriate without having a chance to visit the campuses. Due to COVID precautions, many colleges this year aren't opening their doors for in-person tours. However, virtual tours are still very possible. You can find virtual tours through the college's website, or you can also go through Naviance, which offers many virtual tours for a lot of different colleges.
Our next response was, I'm nervous I won't make any friends or decide I don't like the field I'm going into. I'm worried that I won't like the major I choose. Although the future is uncertain, everything will work out. Joining in an extracurricular activity like sports or clubs, or really just putting yourself out there can help you make more friends. This can be done by simply asking a person how they are or offering to help with homework, etc. If you're worried you may not like the major you choose, it's best to reach further into that major to learn more about it. Keep in mind that all majors and jobs have their ups and downs, but to pick something that you like doing and not anyone else. If you end up not liking your major in college, you have the opportunity to also change your major. Check out your college website for more information.
Our final response to the question was, I am a freshman, so I honestly am not ready to think that far into the future. I will probably start looking at colleges over the summer, but I don't know. Although it's important to start brainstorming about what you want to do for your future college path and career sometime during your 4 years of high school, it's really not necessary to think about that freshman or sophomore year. In fact, many seniors still don't have a full idea of what they want to pursue, and that's completely okay. High school is meant to be a very fun and enjoyable experience, and students should not get wound up thinking and worrying about the future. In fact, many great things happen when unplanned.
That's all the time we have today, Wildcats. We apologize we couldn't go through all the responses. We hope to receive more in our next survey. Hope you enjoyed this video.
And don't forget to subscribe or follow our social media accounts at CouchToCatsLG and to check out our website at couchtocatslg.com. We hope you enjoyed the video.